The biggest problem you have is giving up way too soon because you're not seeing any progress. And we've all been there before, and I'm gonna share exactly how I stay motivated through that so I can keep pushing myself and getting better every single day. And if you don't know who I am, my name's Nate Job. I'll share a little bit about myself, but I was bullied all through middle school and high school for being skinny and Asian, and I was very self-conscious, very depressed, and I just hated what I looked like every single time I looked in the mirror. But I ended up getting a girlfriend, and I never thought it would happen. I shared everything with her. I shared how I hated myself, how I didn't like what I looked like, and basically just all my feelings because I thought she was my one and only. But one day I got sent a video of her and another guy making out, and it broke me. I genuinely I felt like my heart shattered. I felt like I was falling and I was never gonna stop. But I went on a walk that night because, again, I was in a horrible headspace, and it was a busy road, and I just thought about jumping in front of the cars passing by. It's just like, what if I get rid of all these feelings, all this pain that I'm feeling right now? But then I remember my mom, and she's always been there to support me. She's the biggest supporter I've ever had. And so I went and I just thought about her. I was like, how would she feel if I hurt myself? How would she feel if I ended my life? Like, would she be able to keep going? So I went and talked to her. I was like, told her what happened, and she told me to push towards something bigger than myself, push towards something that I could strive for. So I chose fitness, and I ended up gaining 40 pounds of muscle in 2 years and genuinely changed my life in so many different ways. And I'm just in a way better headspace, and I'm happy with how I look now. So yeah, fitness changed my life. Anyway, that's why I'm doing this, but I'll share with how I stay motivated and how I just got over the fact of giving up really early because I wasn't motivated. And I know you've definitely gone through this before. So basically the first tip I can give is writing down goals. And I know this sounds like, well, I know exactly what my goals are. I want to look like this. I want to be this weight. So like, why would I write down my goals? Anyway, it's so you can, of course, see that every single day. Write it in a journal. I don't want you to write it in your notes app because it doesn't mean as much. I want you to handwrite that. Write down, I don't know, maybe you want to gain 10, 15 pounds of muscle in 3 months. Okay, write that down. And then write down minor goals. So if you only have a major goal right here, then you're going to be, this is your starting point. This is where you're trying to get. And for 3 months, you're going to be like, okay, maybe you gained 5 pounds in a month. And then you're like, I gained another 5 pounds that month. But you're like, ugh, man, I still have another 5 pounds and it's been 2 months. Like, I just don't feel like keep going. Like, it's so hard right now. I want to be at that goal, but I'm still 5 pounds away. Like, this is so difficult. So write down minor goals. Write down, okay, I want to gain 2 pounds this week. I want to gain 2 pounds in 2 weeks. So you constantly hit those goals. You're constantly hitting a goal every single week or every other week. So you're staying motivated and you're like, wait, I'm seeing growth. I'm seeing constant growth versus like, again, maybe you'll gain 5 pounds in a month and you're like, dang, I'm still 10 pounds away. Like, I'm never going to reach that goal. It's so far away. Versus you have your major goal, but you have, okay, 2 pounds. I hit it this week. 2 pounds, I hit it this week. 2 pounds, I hit it this week. And before you know it, you're at the top. You've hit your 15-pound goal in 3 months without even thinking about it. So write down major goals, write down minor goals, so you constantly stay motivated and you want to push yourself each and every day. So I want you to write down those goals every single day. So it's not just like, okay, I wrote it down once and now I'll just look at it every day. No, you want to write it down every single day so you're staying motivated. You're like, dang, I've already hit these 3 minor goals, so why don't I hit this one this week, okay? So you'll just keep building and building and building, and you feel so good about yourself. The second thing I do to stay motivated every day is doing a morning routine. And what this consists of is me waking up as soon as my alarm goes off. I don't reach over, grab my phone, and scroll reels for an hour, or just snooze my alarm so I can sleep more. I place my phone on the other side of the room, so I have to get up. So I have to stand up and physically turn off my alarm. So I'm already standing, and the next thing I do is I do push-ups. And it's so you get your blood flowing. It's so you build that mental process in your head. I can do something difficult in the morning. And yes, push-ups in the morning as soon as you wake up, when your body's not fresh, when your brain's barely functioning, it sucks. It's genuinely so difficult to do just because you don't feel fresh. You don't feel like doing anything, really. You feel like laying in bed and falling back asleep. So make sure that you do something difficult in the morning. Do morning push-ups. So you're building that mental process and your brain gets into the habit of, okay, I can do difficult things. I can do difficult things. It doesn't matter what time it is, how my body feels. I am going to do something difficult and get this win. So again, you're building that mental process so you can keep pushing yourself. And then journal. This is where you write down all of those goals. You write down those goals every single day in the morning so you know exactly what you want to push for throughout the day, what you want to strive for throughout the day. So write down those goals and then read something. I read my Bible. You could read a book, you could read a journal, you could read whatever you want, but read something. So again, you're getting your brain educated, of course, but again, you're getting your brain working. It's functioning. It's working as soon as you get up. So make sure that you're working on your brain as soon as you wake up, and then you will get those quick, easy wins in the morning so you feel great throughout the rest of the day. You're like, okay, I've already gotten so much done in the morning already, so why don't I just keep pushing throughout the rest of my day and get so much more done? Like, you will feel so productive and want to keep being productive versus if you scroll reels and you're like, okay, your brain is literally in the process of like, okay, I just woke up, I scrolled reels for an hour. Why do I even need to do anything for the rest of the day? Like, this is what we're doing. We're just going to be lazy all day. So get up, do a morning routine, and your body will be like, okay, wait, let's do stuff. Let's do stuff today. Let's get as much done today as we can. And my third step finally is take an old picture of yourself, or take a picture of yourself right now. Do it right now. Please take a picture of yourself and just be like, okay, I know how I feel right now. I know I don't like how I look. I know I don't want to be skinny anymore. I know I want to get bigger than I am right now. I know I hate how I look. I'm depressed. I'm self-conscious. You need to remember how you feel as you take that picture, okay? And then you look at that picture each and every day. So you're like, okay, I'm going to be better than this version of myself. I'm never going to feel like this ever again. I want to get out of this place where I'm at right now. So you look at that picture every single day and you're like, I never want to be here. I never want to be back at this point. You know, I'll show y'all, I'll put it on the screen right now, but this is the picture I look at every single day. So I'm like, I never want to feel like that again. I know I hated myself. I know I got made fun of all the time. I know I literally didn't lift at all. I didn't lift very much. I got bullied. I knew I was self-conscious every time I went to the gym. Every time I went anywhere, I was so self-conscious taking my shirt off at the beach or the pool. You need to think about all of that. You need to think about every single bad thing you can about how you feel right now. So when you look at that picture in a few months, when you've already put on muscle, but you're thinking about stopping, you're thinking, okay, this is a little bit too hard. I've been doing good. Maybe I can just slow down. Maybe I can just stop. I've already gained a decent amount of muscle. No, you need to look at that picture. This is why you have it. Look at that picture and you're like, wait, I never want to feel like this again. I never want to feel this small, this self-conscious. I want to get better than this version of myself, and I will never settle for anything less. So push yourself. That will help you push yourself every single day so you stay motivated. This is how you are going to grow constantly, is take a picture and look at it every single day, because you know you're not happy with how you look. That's why you're here. So push yourself. You will figure out how to motivate yourself if you do all three of these things, and you will never want to stop growing.